Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems out of this book here, the GMAT review, the official guide. If you do not have this book, buy it immediately at mba.com if you're preparing for the GMAT. The problem that I'm about to present to you right now, that was a very awkward way of saying things. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 167, problem solving number 117. Let's take a look at it. It simply says, which of the following has the value less than 1? That's all it is. We have to find one guy which is less than 1. Let's find out. A says A says 2 times 7/13. Well, 2 times 7/13 is same as 2 times 7 is 14. 14 over 13. Of course, that's going to be more than 1. I'm looking for something that is less than 1. That's not it. Let's see what B says. B says root 10 over 2. As long as you know that the root 10 is more than 2, then this has to be more than 1. How much is root 10? You see, that's a trick question. How much is root 10? And you might wonder, why is this guy asking the question? No, when excuse me, I'm asking you this question in the context of the exam. If I were taking the exam and for some strange reason in the solution I had to figure out what is a root 10, what would I say to myself? I would simply say, root 10, I don't know what the hell it is, but whatever it is slightly more than 3. That's all you need to do in the exam. You don't have to you don't have to figure out the exact value of root 10. It's slightly more than 3. How much is root 15? Root 15. And what would I say to that? I would say to myself, root 15, well, that's slightly less than 4. Less than 4, I just write it as 4 with a negative sign on the top. And that's how you do it. You don't actually sit down and figure out the exact value. But anyway, that was besides the point. The point here is not that the root 10 is more than 3. The point here is not that the root 10 is slightly more than 3. The point is this quantity is more than 2, and therefore something more than 2 divided by 2 is going to be more than 1. That's not it. We're looking for something that is less than 1. Let's look at C. C is interesting. C says 2 over root 2. But as long as the top part is more than the bottom part, it has to be more than 1. Now notice how I speak. I do not speak in terms of I do not speak using all the terminologies from the math. I like to keep my life simple. I speak in terms of top part and bottom part. But if you insist, as long as the numerator is more than the denominator, the fraction has to be more than 1. And how do I know the numerator is more than the denominator here? Because this is root 2. Of course, root 2, I don't know what root 2 is, and I don't care about that. But whatever it is, I know it's less than 2. And therefore 2 is more than root 2. Now having said that, you should know this for the exam. Just not right now. Here you do not need to know this, but for the exam, these two quantities you should know by heart. The root 2 is approximately 1.4 and root 3 is approximately 1.7. It plays no role whatsoever in this solution, so just ignore it. Just know it for future. So that's not it. That's more than 1. Let's look at D. Where's my cat? Let's look at what D says. D says 1 divided by 1/2. Well, which is same as, I hope you know it, which is same as 1 times 2 over 1. Which of course boils down to 2. That's not it. Must be E. Oh, there you go. E, we have 9/10. Since 9/10 is less than 1, if you have a quantity that is less than 1, and if you square it, it gets even lower. So this quantity is actually less than 9/10, which means it's definitely less than 1. It's definitely less than 1. Again, what it is of no interest to us. Don't waste your time trying to figure it out. It's not necessary. Okay? Don't sit there and waste your time by saying this is 0.9. I've seen people do that. They sit there and go 0.9 and then they multiply 0.9 times 0.9 and they tell me that it's 0.1 and then they say, well, 0.1 is less than 1. That was bloody pointless. They're not asking you what it is. They simply want to know if you're able to see that this is less than 1. Of course it's less than 1. Of course it's less than 1 because this is 9 over 10, this is going to be 81 over 1. I'm not going to go there. It's less than 1. Okay? So that's the answer. That's all. I hope you found this helpful. Send me an email if you wish to buy the DVDs that I have put together, which contain the solutions to all the math problems, about 250 problem solving and 150 data sufficiency questions that I have. Also send me an email if you wish to hire my services for personal private tutoring, face-to-face personal private tutoring. Go to my website at www.prep.gmat.com and send me an email. Alright? Thank you.